finally stopped raining. Look at that, blue sky. We might even be able to get a few course vlogs done soon. Anyway, good morning and welcome to the channel. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, then please hit that subscribe button. So on this channel, I've tried to make it not just about golf and banter and even playing in tournaments. I wanted to add a little bit more of my personal life and personal stuff based around the golf industry, my involvement in the golf industry, and little sort of segments of my life as well. I wanted the channel to be very personal and feel like you subscribers were not only subscribers, but you're also friends as well. And hopefully that makes my channel slightly different to other YouTubers. I know a lot of you appreciate the honesty, the transparency, and also they like to know what's going on, whereas I don't like to keep anything a secret. If something happens or changes, then I will be the first one. I'll be straight on here, make a quick video just to let you know and keep you updated to what's happening. Whether that's good news or bad news, then all news will be shared with you girls and guys at home. With that in mind, I've had some sort of changes to circumstances regarding the channel. A lot of you will be aware that I had a sponsorship deal or a sort of ambassadorial role with Sub 70. Richard, who is sort of the main man who owns the franchise for Sub 70 in Europe, and Nick as well, who's the fitter, who's his son, and the family are all involved in Sub 70. And I was involved with them during my time on Dan's channel for the last sort of 18 months that I was full-time with Dan. And then since sort of September 2023, I've been back supporting the brand and helping to grow the brand, playing the equipment, wearing some clothing. You'll see me with some clothing on when I haven't had my waterproofs on. I've worn the hat as well, and I've most recently been using the irons, and I've put the putter, my Armlock putter, back in the bag, which is also Sub 70. And this partnership has really helped me to grow. It's helped me to invest the money that I'm paid back in video equipment. I've been able to get extra mics. Hopefully the audio's improved. You can hear my voice a little bit clearer. I've also been able to buy better stands, more batteries, SD cards, all the stuff that you really need to be creating content. Firstly, thanks to them for the support over the last sort of 6 or so months. And this is by no means a negative video. There's been no massive fallout. We haven't had a row, there's been no arguments. And I know how everybody likes a bit of drama. If there had been a row, an argument or falling out, then I would tell you, and I'd probably apologise because normally I'm the one that starts the arguments. So for me, 2024 is a big year. I used 2023 to sort of get myself going, sort of practice a little bit with the videos, experiment with different types of content. I had a bit of money saved, so the need to sort of chase subscribers, chase views, and try to grow wasn't quite as serious as it would appear now. And that doesn't mean that I'm focused solely on growth. Absolutely not. I do this because I want to enjoy it. Secondly, I like to prove people wrong. People said I couldn't make videos and I couldn't produce any content that's watchable. So with people watching it, it means a lot to me, and I also use it as sort of therapy. And finally, to document my golfing journey and give me that motivation to play and practice golf, and hopefully, like everybody probably wants to try and improve as a player. My favourite type of content, as everyone is aware, is course vlogs, and I know a lot of people fell in love with Dan's channel because it was mainly course vlogs. We had some great characters on the channel, and Dan still does, but we were going around as a 3 or 4 ball, travelling around the southwest, and his channel he built primarily around course vlogs, and that's how I saw this channel being, mainly course vlogs. Unfortunately, after being solo YouTuber and making my own content, you realise that the winter is very long here in the UK. It rains, and it rains. And I know that this is a common complaint from lots of us, particularly in the UK and in the area I'm in, it's very mild but very, very wet. So getting out filming course content is difficult. Courses don't want you there. I can't risk a £500 camera getting soaking wet. The cost of travelling and playing other golf courses when the weather is so volatile and so it just doesn't play ball, and it's hard to be out filming on a golf course for what could be 5-6 hours when the weather is pretty grim. So you have to make additional content to fill time, to fill space, and hopefully some of the content that I'm doing, which is quite varied, is watchable and also sparks a bit of an interest in you to continue to watch the channel. Ooh, bit of adjustments, that's better. So maybe we're digressing a little bit and going away from the actual subject of this particular video vlog. For me to grow, and I do need to continue to grow, and I appreciate everyone that's been part of the journey so far. But we do need to do additional videos to make searchable content as such. Every YouTuber generally will do it unless you've got name value. So somebody like Tubes and Ange, who have got Jimmy Bullard on the channel, they can bring in footballers, and they've got a lot of contacts around, you know, celebrities, golfers, footballers, social media people as well, and then that draws in views for their course vlogs. But if I just do a course vlog with me and a few of my friends, they don't get particularly great views. When if I do one with someone who's known, such as Dan, you know, Lee, Jordan, etc., then they tend to get much better views. And that doesn't mean I'm going to stop making those videos, and hopefully those characters are my friends that will continue to appear on the channel. You'll get to know them a little bit more, and you'll have favourites and ones that you'll want to watch, and hopefully that will then also increase the views. However, the main way to grow a channel is not only to make content which is different to other people, but you have to do reviews, whether that's new equipment, old equipment, clothing, launch monitors, whatever. You have to make that content which attracts new people to the channel. It also gets pushed by YouTube, and that's a way of growing. I always feel if you're doing reviews, then you shouldn't be necessarily you shouldn't be paid for reviews, and you certainly shouldn't be connected to a golf company. It just makes, for me, it makes the content slightly biased, the review biased as well. It's hard to, if you're, say for example, you're paid by Titleist and they brought out the new Pro V1 golf ball, and your testing is exactly the same as the previous model or the model before, and you don't see any real gains, then it's hard to actually, as someone who's being paid by a company, to actually say this ball is no better than last year's ball. The loyalty thing and the not being able to be as transparent and honest as possible, for me, is a bit of an issue. And the few review videos that I've done, I've reviewed some Cali clubs, I've also used some 11 clubs, which I know people are probably going to jump in the comments now and say, well, 11's owned by Richard, who is also the sub 70 franchise owner, which could cause problems in itself. I know when I did the Cali review, I borrowed the clubs off Dan. They didn't even send me the clubs, but I was interested because I'd seen some reviews online and wanted to try them out for myself. And I was really quite honest about what I thought about the clubs, and my honesty probably, I know that the guy that owns Cali, forgotten his name, apologies for that, but he's a really nice guy, and he reached out and said, thanks very much for making the video, it was very honest, and we'll take your feedback, and the next clubs hopefully will use some of that feedback to further develop them. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Be interesting to see when they bring out the next model, whether he's taken any of my sort of ideas or concerns and address them. I probably very much doubt it. I'm someone who's got 7,000 subscribers, so I'm not a big fish in the YouTube world. However, when I made the video, I thought maybe they would use some parts of it or segments of it to make some advertisement and to put it out there, which they've done with other people that have reviewed the clubs. But maybe I was a little bit too critical and they haven't actually used any of my content, although I feel like it's usable. And that's absolutely fine. It's up to them whether they use it or not, but it would have been nice to have had a mention. So being paid by a brand and making these review videos, again, like I said, it's not where I want to be, and I want to be making a few more review videos and feel that I need to remain completely neutral to make the review content not only unbiased but honest. And like I said previously, we go back to that, I've always tried to make honest content, not the best content, I'm fully aware of that, and I do need to improve, and hopefully each video will see improvements, but I just felt that having a brand paying me to use their equipment, wear their clothing, etc., wasn't a good idea if I want to make these style of videos. After 6 months, we came to sort of a natural end to the partnership. I know Richard and Sub 70 were keen to continue going down the path we were going down, but I just felt that the timing was right. We're coming into the new season. I want to experiment a little bit with equipment and change a few things and alter a couple of clubs and make content around that. And being with the brand would maybe restrict me slightly. That doesn't mean that I'm not keen to work with Richard, Nick and Sub 70 again, and I hope to go up to the factory and see some of the new equipment. I know they're bringing out a new 11 driver, which has been out on social media. You might have seen it, you might not have, but it looks quite promising. So I'd like to get up there and hit that driver and give you an honest review of what I personally think of the driver. I know as well, Richard's keen to use YouTubers and people on social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. have got a following, and he seems to be supporting a couple of other Instagrammers, which is great, and they're producing daily content on those platforms, which in my opinion will help him to grow more probably than what me using the clubs on a course vlog or wearing the hat on a video, which I do once or twice a week, will actually help. And he's probably getting that for next to nothing. So I just felt that it was in both our best interest just to end the agreement on an amicable basis with the potential to do some work with them in the future. I do intend to keep supporting the brand, but I will continue to wear the hat, wear some clothing, support the brand, because I do believe that it is a really good brand, especially if you're looking for the level below the top of the range price-wise, and going from manufacturer straight to consumer, missing out the retailer will save the customer money. And I do like the fitting process. You can go up to the HQ in Herefordshire. No, it's Hereford. Got to be careful where I'm going. I once said Hertfordshire, so it's in Hereford, near the football club. So you can go up there and get fitted. You can spend some time with Nick, speak to Richard and try out all the Sub 70 and 11 gear. So I do recommend that, and I will continue to push that. I'm pretty sure my code will still work if you want to use that. It might not after they see this video. And if anybody does want Richard and Nick's details, then just get in contact with me. I'll always share anything with you as well, and I'm sure they will be happy to help. So with that in mind, I'm just going to say on record now, thanks to Nick, thanks to Richard, thanks to Sub 70 11 Golf for their support over what feels like a couple of years. It's very much appreciated, and hopefully we can work together in the future. But as of now, I will not be paid to play, wear or use anything. So anything I play, wear or use will be my own choice, and I would have actually had to purchase it. I honestly didn't realise how expensive golf stuff is. So I've got lots of content coming up, lots of course vlogs planned. Hopefully this weather is starting to turn. The forecast for the next couple of weeks looks promising, so hopefully we can get on the golf course and get some content done, as well as some review videos. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, like this video and comment below, and we'll see you very shortly.